Sympathetic joy is one of the most beautiful and underrated emotions we can experience. It's the happiness we feel when someone else is happy, regardless of our relationship to them. It is a simple meditation exercise that uses and builds on our natural ability for compassion by celebrating other people's achievements. When we focus on this quality, we not only make ourselves happier, but also help to create a more positive world around us. In this video, we'll explore how to cultivate sympathetic joy in meditation, its common obstacles, and how it can change our lives for the better. Hi, I'm Felipe from Mind Owl. Here we talk about how meditation, philosophy, and psychology can help you live a happier and more peaceful life. What is sympathetic joy? Sympathetic joy is a beautiful way to connect with others and create more happiness in the world. This practice traditionally comes from the Buddhist tradition and is also known as mudita in Pali. And alongside the three mindful training practices, loving kindness or metta, compassion or karuna, and equanimity or upekkha, joy or mudita makes up the four immeasurables, or the Brahma Viharas. They are all an essential aspect of ancient Buddhist practice, which is viewed as crucial to understanding happiness. These four desirable qualities all aim to help people feel more connected with each other. Cultivating sympathetic joy is about sharing in the success of others. This is different from other practices that you may be familiar with, like loving kindness meditation, which is about wishing others well. In sympathetic joy, we are rejoicing in the good fortune of others, as if it were our own. So for that reason, some people can consider it to be a difficult practice, as we don't often feel happy for others, especially when we might feel like we are struggling in life. So sympathetic joy is therefore the opposite of jealousy, envy, and greed, is a kind of antidote to all those feelings that we all experience from time to time. Reflecting on positive experiences, feelings, or thinking about people we love in moments of relaxation can help us cultivate healthy feelings of joy and happiness. By dwelling on the good, we can train our minds to focus on the positive things in life, rather than getting caught up in negative thinking and rumination. So, sympathetic joy is a reminder that we are not alone in our happiness or suffering, that other people feel the same range of emotions as us. In moments of feeling low, this reminder can be a source of comfort and hope. And when we feel happy for other people, we never run out of reasons to feel good. Sympathetic joy is a source of happiness that we can always come back to, no matter what else is going on in our lives. We could be feeling a bit down about our own situation, but if we take a moment to focus on the joys of others, then we can fill ourselves back up with positive emotions. Another benefit of this practice is that it can help us to have a more open-minded outlook towards others. If we can feel happy for the success of people who are different from us, then it's easier to see them as human beings with the same hopes, dreams, and feelings as us. This can lead to a more positive interaction and relationship with the people around us. The obstacles to practicing sympathetic joy. Although speaking of the practice can be easy, actually doing it can be much harder. Sometimes it can be tough to feel happy for other people. At the end of the day, we are all human and we've all experienced feelings of jealousy and envy. And as much as we love our friends and family, sometimes when we hear good news from them, we are flooded by envy at their good fortune and angered that great things happen to them and not to us. And that's totally normal. These types of feelings can sometimes get in the way of sympathetic joy. Typically, these experiences stem from two main obstacles: greed and envy. Greed comes from an inflated sense of self-importance. And it causes us to shift from appreciating the value of something or someone to wanting to obtain it exclusively for ourselves. And it's hard to satisfy greed because as soon as we get what we want, the thing loses its value and we are left wanting more. Similarly, envy is born from feelings of insecurity, and it's the belief that someone else's good fortune is a direct threat to our own happiness. Sympathetic joy is difficult because it asks us to find genuine happiness in the success of others, rather than seeing it as a threat to our own happiness. It can be easy to get caught up in thinking about how someone else's good fortune means that we are not good enough or that we don't have enough. But if we can catch ourselves in these moments and remember that everyone experiences a full range of emotions, we can start to see other people's happiness as something to celebrate, rather than something to be envied. How to practice sympathetic joy. There are different ways to go about practicing sympathetic joy. One way is to focus on 3 key subjects: a loved one, a neutral person, and a difficult person. It's easy to start with the people we love because feelings of sympathy, empathy, and compassion come naturally here. Next, you would extend positive feelings towards a neutral person, perhaps someone you see on the street or in a cafe. Cultivating joy for this every person figure can help one become more empathetic and compassionate during ordinary daily interactions. And sympathetic joy can also be directed towards someone you view as unkind or difficult. While this can be tough at first, hopefully with time you should be able to sympathize with this person. Our common happiness can help break down boundaries and notice similarities between us and the people we don't always get on with. After all, we are all looking for ways to be happy in this world. And this process can also help you to become kinder and more patient with yourself as you're trying to understand where other people are coming from. Once you have an idea of whom you want to direct your sympathetic joy towards, the next step is to mentally picture these people having a good time or experiencing something positive. You would then feel happy for them and send them your well wishes. Some people would also use a mantra like, "May all my family and friends continue their happiness," or "May all beings everywhere continue their success," to help them connect with the practice and stay on track. A more modern approach to the practice, and one you can do in your everyday life, is to scroll through social media with the intention of feeling happy for other people. Of course, this isn't always going to be possible or easy, but it's a way of training your mind to see other people's happiness as something to be celebrated rather than envied. As you scroll on your feed, send out positive thoughts to the people in the photos and posts you see, even if your first reaction isn't one of happiness. Sympathetic joy is a beautiful meditation practice that can help us to connect with our capacity for basic kindness and genuine happiness. It can be tough to feel good when someone else is happy, but with some practice, it's possible to see other people's happiness as something to be celebrated rather than envied. This is a practice that can help us become kinder and more patient with ourselves and with the people in our lives. I hope you found this video helpful, and if you have any questions or thoughts, please feel free to leave a comment below. Remember, if you can feel happy when others are happy, you will never run out of reasons to be happy. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.